I would now like to welcome our fourth panel of the day. Thank you all for taking time away from your busy schedules to testify to our committee. You each will have 5 minutes to deliver your remarks. I now recognize Representative Kevin Kiley, the gentleman from California. Mr. Kiley is an attorney and a teacher and is currently serving in a second term in Congress. He's a member of the Judiciary, Education and Workforce and Transportation and Infrastructure Committees. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I appreciate the opportunity to testify. And I want to take a moment today to strongly urge the committee to raise the cap on the state and local tax deduction that was put in place in 2017. In California, my constituents and all Californians pay among the highest taxes in the country, and placing this cap on the SALT deduction caused them to pay even more. And so this year we have an opportunity to provide some much needed tax relief, and I'll be strongly advocating for that every step of the way as we consider an extension and throughout the reconciliation process. So as we're all aware, the SALT deduction allows filers to deduct up to $10,000 of certain state and local taxes from their taxable income. This cap was a major change from long-standing federal policy, which respected fiscal federalism between the federal government and state and local governments, and worked to protect taxpayers from a form of double taxation by forcing them to pay taxes on income that went not to their expenses but to local governments. The average itemized filer in each of the 10 counties in my district reported a SALT burden from $12,000 to $28,000 in 2021. In a state which already contributes more than any other in federal taxes, this additional burden is difficult to bear. As the committee starts work on a new tax package, I'm asking you to support raising the SALT deduction cap. The Ways and Means Committee has an opportunity here to adjust the previous policy in a way that will help hard-hit consumers and taxpayers by limiting double taxation and demonstrate that this Congress hears their concerns. A second item that I'd like to bring to the committee's attention is a bill that I have recently introduced called the No Medicaid for Illegal Immigrants Act. This bill prohibits states from using both federal and state Medicaid funds to provide services for illegal immigrants. I recognize that much of this jurisdiction might fall within other committees, but there are significant opportunities here to ensure that scarce healthcare dollars are properly focused on Americans and not those who have violated the law coming into this country. Border security, of course, is going to be a top priority for this Congress, and this is a particularly powerful tool to provide an added measure of security at our border and ensuring fiscal responsibility. To take my state, for example, California has been steadily increasing the number of illegal immigrants who can receive Medicaid, we call it Medi-Cal, since 2019. In 2024, California completed its expansion of Medi-Cal for illegal immigrants, allowing individuals between the ages of 26 and 29 to receive all benefits afforded to citizens and legal immigrants. California's nonpartisan legislative analyst office estimates that this will cost Californians $6.5 billion annually. That's $6.5 billion annually in taxpayer funds going to support free health care for those in our state illegally. My legislation will prevent states from spending billions of taxpayer dollars on benefits for those who are here illegally while promoting fairness and fiscal responsibility. Finally, I want to thank this committee for all its work on the Federal Disaster Tax Relief Act last Congress. This legislation was vital to my constituents because it allows wildfire settlements to be exempted from federal income taxes. Many of my constituents have been victims of wildfires in which there was a link to a utility, and for them to have to then pay taxes on their recoveries was fundamentally unjust, and this legislation corrected that injustice and goes a long way, certainly doesn't make them whole, but goes a long way towards giving folks the support that they need as they're recovering. So I thank the committee for considering these very important issues for my district, for my constituents, in my state.
Thank you, Mr. Kiley. I now recognize Representative Nick LaLota, the gentleman from North Carolina. Mr. LaLota is a tired New York. Definitely not.